My name is Dennis Dunning, and I would like to show you how to tie a olive green scud today. And it's going to take a lot of different items to put this thing together, but it's going to be possible. So let's get started here. I'll show you what I'll be using. I've got this hairline dubbing, 12 most popular colors sample box, and I'll be using the olive Hares ear. That's kind of spiky, and that's what we want. We want a spiky dubbing. Be using a weight, get that fly down to the bottom, and I'll be using 20 thousandths weight lead wire. I'm using a 12-pound regular roll of 100 yards of Mono-filament line that I got at Walmart, pretty cheap. I think it was only $1. I'll be using Old Faithful Sally Hansen hard as nails cement, and that'll help keep the fly together. And those chomp down on it, they just destroy it if it's not made well. So you gotta be careful with that. We're gonna be using some fox squirrel tail for the antenna. And we got some Scud Back clear 1/4 inch. Now as the scuds get smaller, you might want to go down a little smaller, like 1/8 of an inch. But I think we'll be tying one like I got in the vise, size 12 today, so I'll be using the 1/4 inch Scud Back clear. And for the thread, use Ultra Thread 70 Denier olive green. Be using, to finish off the Scud Back and make it stronger, be using a UV cure resin, and we'll dry that with a UV light. And we'll be using a stacker to make the ends even on the squirrel tail. And of course you got scissors, and you got your hackle pliers to hold the leader on there. And we'll be using the leader as a rib. Mono-filament line, we'll be using that for making the eyes. And I'll show you how to do that as we go. And so here's the star of the show right here. I'll zoom in on him. Olive green scud. I forgot to tell you, for the hooks, I'll be using the J2 fly hooks, heavy scud, model 500, and it's going to be a size 12. And I keep these hooks in a compartmentized bead holder kind of thing that you buy at Walmart. And I just label each square that's filled up with hooks. So that keeps them very well and keeps them separated. And it's got a pretty sturdy latch on it, so if you drop it, it won't spill all over the floor. So that's going to be a size 12. And we'll take the hook pliers, tweezers, and get a size 12 out of there. Heavy scud. Take this little fella out and set him aside. I think that'll work. And first off, zoom in and out a little bit. There. And we'll put about 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go a couple more. 11, 12. 13 for good measure. Okay, and then just pull that back. And we'll attach a little bit of thread. About an eye length back, and then come back halfway. And we're going to make the eyes. So get just a little piece of line, not very wide. Or very long. And I got some pliers here, needle nose pliers. About in the center. And I got some lighter. I just melt. There. That looks like that'll work. And just put the one eye over the hook, put a couple of loose wraps around it, and come on over on the other side and kind of straighten the eyes out a little bit. And then do some figure 8. And I like to do a little airplaning here. And then squirrel tail. There's my squirrel tail. You see that? You get about 10 to 15 hairs, because when you get rid of the extras and hairs and stuff, the short ones and the longer ones, and a little bit of fur. Put it in the stacker. And let's take a look, see. Yeah, they're pretty well evened up. Tie it a little tighter this time. Go halfway down the hook with your thread. Back up, kind of build a halfway decent transition from the hook up to the wire. But the dubbing we put on it will form to it anyway. And then take some more of that same leader. Cut off piece about 8 inches long. Attach that to the hook. On the far side of the hook from you. Attach that down about halfway down the hook shank. Hook bend. Back up. And then come back up. Attach the Scud Back. This is what we're using right here. Spin the thread so it'll make a nice loop. And put it as even on the top of the hook as you can. Okay, before we put the dubbing on there, let's put a little Sally Hansen on there. That way it'll hold the dubbing on the hook. When you go to Velcro it and pull the legs down, it won't pull her all off the hook. I think that works pretty good. Now, for the dubbing, olive hair here. Olive hairs here, right here. It's got long spikes on it, real spiky stuff. Make good looking legs. Put it on as even as you can, but you don't have to put it on real tight. Get up there behind the eyes. Don't get right against them, but pretty close. And we take our brush. I've got Velcro on the back of a toothbrush. That seemed to work real well. And then just get on the back of that gubbing, pull over on one side, and then go on the other side and do the same thing over there. We want those legs to come down pretty nicely. Okay. And then pull the scud back up. Try to center it across the back as good as possible. Spin your thread again. Make a nice loose loop before you cinch it down. Then as you wind, tighten it as you go. And pull the scud back and put a few turns of thread in front of it. Grab the Mono-filament line leaders, and then we want about 4 or 5 turns, spaced out fairly even, to make our segments. And then tie it off behind the eyes. Cut that excess tag off. And then do a little build up again in front of the antenna. Do a couple of half hitches. And let's finish off that eye real nice. Before we do that, let's put some Sally Hansen on there. Hold that antenna up as good as you can. Alright. I see some dubbing I got wrapped in with a leader. Kind of trim it up a little bit. Okay. Now let's put a little bit of this UV resin on there. Where's my wire? Here it is. Little dab will do you. Put that on there and then go right down the back. If that gets into the dubbing, it'll absorb real good. Hit that with the UV light for about 15 seconds, 20 seconds. Give it another coat. That'll kind of form itself around that backing. And now hit it again with the UV light. Trim it up a little bit. And there we have it. Wine finished olive green scud. You can work with it a little bit and get those legs looking just the way you want, but you get the idea of how to do that. It's kind of a lot of different steps you got to take, but it's well worth it. The right time of year, like in the spring, you can catch a whole boatload of trout. Now, I want to thank you for watching my video. If you have any comments, suggestions, all you have to do is scroll down to the bottom of the page and you'll see the comments section. Just click on that and type in your message. I'm also on Instagram at TrotFlyTire. And you can see my directory of flies